Today, we're diving into something pretty profound, but also really simple, the one-page wealth guide. The whole idea here is a total shift in how we think about money. It argues that getting wealthy isn't really about complicated tactics, it's all an inner game. Does this feel a little too real? You know, that feeling like you're on a hamster wheel? You're working harder and harder, but true financial freedom just always seems out of reach. Well, this guide says the problem isn't how hard you're working, it's where you're starting from. And boom, here it is. This is the core idea that could change everything for you. It's not about what you do as much as who you are. The guide basically says your bank account is just a mirror of what's going on inside your head. So if you want to change your finances, you have to start by changing your beliefs. So let's really dig into this first concept. Money is a mirror. The idea here is that money doesn't actually create your character, it just reveals it. It's like an amplifier for your existing habits, your discipline, and your beliefs, for better or for worse. This is a huge distinction. See, most of us are taught to have a seeker mentality. We're always chasing the next job, the next client, the next opportunity. But this guide flips that on its head. It pushes for a creator mentality. What does that mean? It means stop chasing money. Instead, become the kind of person so valuable, so trustworthy, so disciplined that money is naturally drawn to you. You become the source. And that creator mindset leads us right into our second big idea, the inner game of wealth. This is where we get into how our internal world, our thoughts, our feelings, pretty much builds our external financial reality. Think about it like this. Your deepest beliefs about money, the ones you might not even know you have, are like programming commands. You're constantly sending these orders to your subconscious mind, and your subconscious works 24/7 to make those orders come true. So if you believe deep down that you don't deserve wealth, your brain will literally find ways to prove you right. Okay, so how in the world do you change those subconscious orders? Well, the guide gives us some really practical daily things you can do. You use visualization to train your brain to spot opportunities. You use affirmations to reprogram your focus. You set crystal clear goals, and you practice gratitude to shift your whole vibe from I don't have enough to I have plenty. This is so critical. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. I mean, if you're constantly focused on debt and lack, guess what you're going to create more of? Yeah. Learning to guard your attention and point it towards value and opportunity, that's maybe one of the most important financial skills there is. All right, so we've worked on the inner game. We've got the mindset piece, but now we have to connect that to the real world with real action. That's where these 3 core habits come in. This is how the internal shift gets real, fast. These are the fundamentals, the non-negotiables. First, pay yourself first. That means a piece of every single dollar that comes in goes straight to your savings or investments before anyone else. Bills, rent, anyone gets a penny. Second, live on less than you earn. This creates the breathing room, the margin you need to actually invest. And third, avoid bad debt. Don't borrow money for stuff that just goes down in value. Simple, right? But definitely not easy. And please, remember this. The amount doesn't matter at first. Seriously, even if it's just $5, the act of paying yourself first, consistently, builds the muscle of discipline. It sends this super powerful message to your brain that you're serious about this, and the habit itself is what creates all the momentum. Now this next section, this is a total game changer. Once your habits are solid, how do you actually make more money? Well, the guide says to stop focusing on the money and start building what it calls your value engine. Let's just pause on that for a second. Everything we've ever been taught is that the goal is more money. But this guide argues that's completely the wrong target. More money is just a symptom, it's not the root cause. And here is the big reframe. Your income is a direct result of the size of the problems you solve for other people. You want to earn more? Stop looking for more money. Start looking for bigger, more valuable problems you can solve. So how do you get better at solving those bigger problems? You invest in these 4 things, the pillars of your value engine. Your skills determine what you're capable of doing. Your reputation determines if people will trust you to do it. Your health gives you the energy to actually get it done. And having multiple streams of income protects you from putting all your eggs in one basket. Okay, now we get to the principle that kind of ties all of this together, the power of patience. This is not about getting rich quick, not at all. It's about building lasting wealth that sticks around for a lifetime. We've all heard this about money, right? But the guide makes this amazing point that it applies to everything else too. Your skills compound, your reputation compounds, your small, daily habits, they compound into these massive results over time. Consistency really is the secret sauce. And you absolutely cannot play the long game without this mindset. This is the foundation of everything. No more blaming the economy, or your boss, or your past. Radical responsibility means you accept that you are the architect of your financial life. Period. It's on you. So let's bring it all home. This is the ultimate takeaway. Stop chasing wealth. It's like trying to catch your own shadow. Instead, chase personal growth. Chase discipline. Chase becoming more and more valuable to other people. If you do that consistently, wealth just becomes the natural, inevitable side effect. The guide leaves us with this really powerful daily mantra. And it's not just a bunch of nice-sounding words. It's a summary of the entire philosophy. It's a daily reminder that you are the creator. You are the source. And your service to others is what opens the door for abundance. So, as we wrap this up, I'll leave you with the same final question from the guide. Don't try to change everything all at once. Just pick one. What is the single biggest belief about money that's holding you back? And what new, empowering belief are you going to choose to put in its place? Starting right now.